Hi guys, today we're going to do a cleaning video which we've been requested to do a little while ago. So what we're going to do, if you remember, we set up one of our breeding boxes to show you in an earlier video. You can go and check that out on our website, obviously. So what we're going to do is actually clean that box today. It's been a little while since it's been done and we've not actually touched it. So you'll see how many nymphs we've had in the time. You'll see the time stamps from when the last video was put on to when this one was put on, and how many nymphs have been produced. If you remember, this is the breeder box, okay, and it's going to be in a bit of a mess because, as you can see, we haven't touched it. So unlike normally with all the others where we've just got cards on this side, we tend to move them about and pull out any dead roaches and things like that. They're all in here for you to see. As you can see, we've got a couple of dead ones here, and we will count these and replace them as necessary. So we're going to go through this, and the video is going to stop and start, so it will be a little jumpy, but we'll try and edit it the best we can when it comes to putting it on. But obviously we can't film the whole thing because this box would take about 2 hours. We're going to use our blue tubs as you've seen on the other videos, and this one we're going to only use 2 this time, obviously the whole one and this one. And the reason for that is we want to take everything out of this thing bar the adults, so that's what those holes will do. Okay, we're not interested in grading at this point. Okay, so all we want to do is remove these from the adults. With the nymph boxes, then we need to grade, but with the adults we don't, because we want to take everything out other than the adults. Okay. A question has been posed to us a few times of people when they buy their own roaches, do they need to separate the nymphs? The answer to that question is no. Okay, all your nymphs and adults can all stay in together. Okay, the only reason we do it is because we find it's much easier to look after, because we don't have to worry about clearing all the shell, you know, and all the sort of exoskeletons and stuff out of this one. We know we can bash everything out of it, and it's just adults left and they can go back in, so it makes cleaning easier for us. But plus it also helps with breeding. They tend to breed a little faster when the nymphs have been removed. That's only a personal thing. We find that happens, but if at home you can leave them all in together, especially if you're feeding and you're not doing it like we are, where we need to sort out the sizes so we can sell and things like that. Okay, so don't worry about separating them at home. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through these. Alright, I'm going to bash them into this box, and then we'll come back and have a look exactly how many nymphs we've got out of the box, and the sizes, and what we're going to do then with the rest of it as we go. Okay, as you can see, I've let the food and water gel sort of get down to as low as possible so I can clean them out. But like I said, it's just a case now of taking these cartons out and just bashing them into that box for this section. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here and we'll come back to it in a moment. Okay guys, well, as you can see, we've now taken all the sort of cartons out. We've bashed all the adults into here. Okay, and as you can see, it's quite deep with adults. There's 1800 in here. Okay, a couple of them may have fallen through. Okay, but this is what we do. Okay, now we're left now to sort out any adults that are left in here. As you can see, there's quite a lot of alive ones in here and what have you, and there's quite a few dead. Okay, yeah, like those, and a lot of nymphs left, as well as all this frass. Okay, so we're going to sort all of this out now. How we're going to do that, we're going to go through here now one by one, pick out all the dead and the live ones, and we're going to chuck them into the box up there. Once we've done that, we're then going to sift all the frass and take out all the nymphs, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. But first off, I need to pause the video again now, and we then now need to pick out all the dead and the live out of this, so we're just left with frass and nymphs. Once I got to that stage, I'll come back and we'll go from there. Okay guys, as you can see, we now just have a bucket full of frass. If I come a bit closer, you'll see that there are nymphs and all sorts in the frass. Okay, so we've got to sort that, and here's the dead we had. Okay, we will count the males and females out of that a bit later on, and then we'll replace those. So there's all our adults in there, and underneath we've got all the things. So what's left to do now is we've got to tip this all up to one end, and we've got to start putting it into this. Remember we spoke about this before with all the little red holes, and it's literally a case of just taking a scoopful and sifting, and as you can see it's all coming out the bottom. Okay, to the point you just keep sifting it. There we are, we're nearly done. And now all we've got in here now, look, are all the nymphs. Okay, so we dump those nymphs now into this box. Okay, and we just repeat now until it's all gone, and we'll come back to you with that now in a moment. Well, as you can see, we now have all the frass out and the tub has been wiped out. Okay, so we've got a clean tub, all our adults are here, and if you notice there is still quite a lot of nymphs where we've just dumped in here, so I'm going to give them a chance to just fall through the tub. Every now and then we'll give the tub a little bit of a tap just to make sure that they've had a chance to go through. And in here we've got all the frass and everything else, so you know, it's quite a good way of cleaning it, cleaning the tubs out, and it's relatively quick as well. Now what I'm going to do is rebuild this tub, and then we'll add the adults back into the tub, and I'll actually show you the sort of nymphs we've produced out of this one tub since the last time that we've done the video. And again, you can check the date on that video when we put it together for you. So and you'll see, I don't know whether it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, something like that, and you'll see the amount of nymphs that's been produced from it. So give us a second, we'll put this back together and we'll go from. Okay guys, so we've set the box back up. Okay, we've used a couple of the older crates because they were in really good condition, and we've replaced any that that needed replacing. There was no damp crates, so that's why we didn't replace them all, because it's just a waste if that's the case. We've put some roach chow and some water crystals in. Again, these are for our veg, and we'll put them in later on. Okay, so now all it takes is we're going to pick this up. We're going to have to be careful because there's going to be a load of nymphs on the bottom, but any nymphs that do come off with it will just go back in. What I'm going to try and do is balance the camera here for you guys, so you can roughly see what's going on. Okay, and we're just going to pick up this box, rub off any nymphs that we can see off the bottom. We've been through this before, so you know exactly what we're doing. Okay, that's the gist of it. We're now going to tip these onto the egg crates. Right guys, sorry about that, but the memory card got full, so I had to finish emptying them without the card and transfer all to the PC. Okay, as you can see now, okay, they're all in there, all quite happy, and as you can see it's quite a lot in here, the 1800 of them in there. Some over in the water gel already, look, having a drink. Yeah, so you know, we've set it up. We did use a few cards original that were in there originally, and just replaced any that were dirty, but there's no point replacing them if they're not dirty. So that's the breeder box. Okay, the next now, okay, we're going to move this right across. Okay, and the next thing we want to look at now are the nymphs. Guys, these are all the nymphs that come out to that box. As you can see, there are just hundreds and hundreds of thousands. There is no frass in here, it's just all nymphs. Okay, it's about 5 or 6 inches deep, and all of this came from that one tub since the last time, since we made that tub up. Okay, so Whether you agree with how we do things or not doesn't really matter. It works. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to try and shake all these off me. Okay, what we're going to do now is just transfer these nymphs into the tub. You'll have to excuse my daughter crying out there. Okay, so we're just going to pour all these now into this tub here. Okay. This is a tub that we've just prepared ready. And that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, I got a few up here I got to sort out. Okay, but other than that, for all intents and purposes, that's our cleaning video. If you've got any questions, give us a shout, send us an email, or leave a post, whatever. You know, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I hope this video gave you the information you needed, and if you've got any other ideas for videos, just let us know and we'll be happy to help you. Thanks for that. Bye.